Hey guys, it's Justin from Kentucky. Today I'm here with another episode from Freedom on Real Estate. So, one of the most common questions that I always get asked is why did you choose Hardin County, Kentucky? Why not just go for somewhere like out of state so that you don't have to worry about, managing it yourself, or why not go Florida or get Airbnbs? And because there's countless of states that I can invest into, or even other countries, depending on how you want to look at it. So, a little bit about my story. When I was first getting started in real estate, I was real leery, like a lot of you guys are that's probably watching this channel, of initially putting my money into something that I couldn't physically see. I started from stocks, for those of you who don't know, and whenever I sold my uh, stock market, the money that I made out of the profits, along with the money that I saved up for my jobs, I used that as an initial investment to buy some of my rental properties. So the idea of not being able to personally see where the real estate was something that definitely kind of impacted me on my initial decisions. Also, the fact of putting something that I worked hard to get into somebody else's hands completely 100% without even seeing it was also scary for me in the beginning. But since then, I kind of changed my view. If I would have done it all over again, I think I still would have chose the same path as investing in Hardin County, Kentucky. The reason for me is because when you're initially getting started, it's better to have real estate kind of closer to you so you can learn the ins and outs of it. Like, for instance, I go to work my 9 to 5 throughout the week, and then I have a property management company that handles the ins and outs, day to day stuff of it. But at any time, I can kind of step in and try to do the maintenance, etc. And it helps me be able to learn what needs to happen on the maintenance. I can hire my own contractors where I can physically see how the work is being done and whether I think that they do a good job or not. And also, by me building a solid foundation close to where I am, I can eventually use those as my starter properties to be able to expand to other places. So, for instance, let's say my Hardin County properties become super stable where they don't need much maintenance. And if they do need maintenance, I know exactly who to call to give me both maybe the best price or do the work the best. And if I decide to get an Airbnb somewhere else like Florida or California or something along those lines, then it allows me the opportunity to know that the properties that are closest to me, if I had to, I can step up and do the work, or I could also hire people and be able to know that I'm getting a good team of employees in there or contractors in there completing the work with good quality, and I won't have to replace it for a long period of time in the future, so that it helps me be able to support that other property that's out of state that I can't keep my eyes on. Also, when I was first getting started, like many of you all, I didn't really have a good network because the most that I ever seen is a bunch of YouTube videos explaining how to get started. I didn't have people around me to provide me information on what I can do, how I should handle certain situations, and basically expand my knowledge of what I need to do to get stuff done. Also, another strategy that I have is I always believe when I was getting started that you don't really want to invest into the city because the city's already all grown up and the prices are kind of set. And even though appreciation happens anywhere, you still get appreciation more on the boundaries of the city than what you do in the city inside. So, for instance, Louisville, Kentucky, uh, being the big one of the bigger cities in Kentucky, I believe that if you invest around Louisville, as Louisville grows and the population grows, because we've had historical growth in the U.S. for many years, eventually that'll expand out into the other counties. As it expands out, people will be looking to build more homes or move into rental properties, or which will basically put more of a scarcity on land and properties and rentals. So I believe that as that expanded out, it would increase the property values, which would in turn increase the equity that I have in my properties. The other thing that I felt is that um, being in Hardin County, its cost of entry is cheaper than if I were to invest somewhere like Lexington or Louisville, Kentucky. I can get better quality buildings that are more newly built than what I can in Louisville, since Louisville was one of the first big cities that was built in Kentucky. A lot of the properties are older. Not all, but a lot of them are. And therefore, if I look further out, it'd be easier to attain something newer. So my strategy is to buy something that's 20 years or less old and to target multifamily. And by doing that, I've been able to acquire 18 units in a total of just over 2 years. So, for those that I would say that are getting started, brand new, I would say pick an area that is suitable for your budget, able to easily obtain units, and to determine whether you want to be more of a hands-on person or hands-off. If you want to be hands-on, you can self-manage, lawn care, maintenance. However, personally, I didn't want to be hands-on, so that's why I hired a property management company, and I do the maintenance when I'm off work if I would choose to. And then I would either do that away and basically figure out your desired location from that, or I would try to go to some real estate meetups in your area and see what other investors are doing. And I appreciate you guys listening to this video, and I hope you hit the subscribe button and the like button and watch out for future videos. Thank you guys.